Alright guys, we're welding up stuff on here. We're going to get a rebar tied in to the bolts. And then the whole thing's gonna be solid. That slide ain't going nowhere, man. No way, baby. Alright, there's the general plan, ladies and germs. So here we're trying to get that steel work figured out at the bottom of this slide. It's a bit of a pain in the tusky. We have a skimmer right here, but we're making it work. Starting to put the cemento on our front side of our slide. Got the formwork in there with pegboard and some other stuff, so we're getting it done. Starting to tie stuff off, baby. Yeah. Boom. Moving along with the rebar. Got a little platform in front of this slide, hovering over the pool. Starting to do our rocks around this big fiberglass bad boy. Got more uprights over here, so.
Yeah, check out those sonotubes poured up in concrete and rebar all the way up to the brace.
Oh, it's coming together, baby, yeah. Alrighty then, we have burlap and chicken that is on the fake rocks that are going up around the slide, baby. Yeah, loving it, man.
And here we see all those vertical uprights. Just put in concrete little footings down there. You see those sonotubes supporting the structure there on the left. Those are done before I even showed up, but I had to tell the client to do that because he was doing it kind of a DIY thing. Very wild, very simple. You just put that stuff in, you then put in the burlap on the inside, hog ring, using hog rings, put chicken wire on the outside on the vertical areas. There's Daniel on the inside.
Hey guys, super easy concrete wall. Just put some rebar down in a little footing, pegboard on both sides, fill it up with concrete. Right, Daniel? Yep. Trying to make heads or tails out of all these pieces of rebar going up around this thing. Yeah, it's a little bit out of control. Going everywhere. Whoa. Fake rock slide enclosure coming along, man. Getting her done. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, yeah. Check it out. You can pre-pour concrete on slopes. The angle repose is tilted back enough. You can just throw the mud on there and she'll stick. And that retains the dirt. We're going to keep going today and fill that all up with more stuff. And there's the backboards.
All right, we see the tie wires in that little bundle there with the loops on them. We use those to tie the rebar together, and we use pegboard underneath this chunk right here. Pre-poured all that, so we could just reach in and fill it up with concrete, and then we can remove that later. Pretty cool.
Fake rock enclosure. Starting to dial in the back. What am I gonna make here? I'll figure it out. Eat an elephant. One bite at a time. Okay guys, when you're making a fake rock, you can make your little footings, set in a piece of rebar that's already in a little concrete footing, bend it up around, make it go above the trench, connect them all, hammer a few in the side, and then tie them together, and you can do your uprights right down your little footing right there, just like that. Fake rock, boom. Fake rocks, man. Big fake rocks. Whoa. Fake rock construction, baby. Starts off with the rebar, ends up with burlap, ends up with plastic or chicken wire.
Now we jumped ahead and we got the rebar bent up into a shape, and we've added that burlap on that. It's going to be finished out and getting ready for that shotgun, which is coming up. Are you ready?
What's going on out there? Fake rock tip. You get all your rebar set in the places you need to get them started at. You epoxy it into a pylon here, concrete filled pylon. Then you tie them all together with tie wires to get them out of your hair so they're not in your face. You know, I used to make sand sculptures for a living, castles with stairs and steps. Today, actually, the last few days, I've been making steps carved right out of the slope here, jackhammered out of clay. So we're gonna get those things concreted in, rocks in the back. All right, we're figuring it out. Forgot to make some nice big broad steps coming down this area here. This one was a little too short, so we're just beefing it up, putting another layer of rebar in there. continuing to eat the elephant. Fake rock slide enclosure coming along, guys. Gonna be getting Shotcrete going next week. Started the stairs, they're coming along. And now we're figuring out this last little part of this elephant. We're trying to eat a bite at a time. Yeah. Little perspective on the upside of the fake rock slide enclosure. Woo.
All right, got some stuff done. The front side is getting dialed in pretty good. We got the shapes figured out. Got the burlap inside, and it's looking good. It's looking good. We pre-poured a lot of those little pads too.
Okay, all you fake rock fans, when you're making your fake rocks, don't be afraid to go big. Okay, boys and girls, Shotcrete Day today at the slide enclosure. Got the scaffold set up, and we did a bunch of pre-poured steps so you can get up and around. It's gonna be rad, guys, rad.
All right, we got a wonderful overview of our prep for Shotcrete Day. It is, I believe, going to be happening any second now. We're getting things figured out and set up. A lot of the pre-pours are done, as you can see. Those little concrete areas, that whole upper deck there. I made that little view spot up there for kids to watch them go down and stuff. All the hoses on the ground. We're doing Shotcrete now. All right, so Shotcrete goes on pretty fast at full air. It's like 100 to 200 miles per hour, I've been told. Pretty amazing. They blow it on in chunks. That dude should be wearing a mask, man. But it is what it is, so they're blowing it on, getting things dialed in. All this stuff, I gotta figure out what it's gonna be and carve it into something. So it's a crazy, crazy day. It wears my butt out super bad.
Okay, after Shotcrete Day, a big chunk fell off, but that's okay, because we'll turn that into some cool little rock cracks and stuff. So things fall off, it's no problem, we can fix it. All right, guys, after Shotcrete Day and a day of touching up, we got the stairs dialed in and the rocks all around them. Got almost all of it covered, 7 yards. We're hanging to fill in those parts there. Do this part here with concrete, a little spec mixed together. That's a mortar. And getting it all dialed in, guys. Okay, folks, once you get your Shotcrete done and you're doing concrete work, you want to keep it wet in this heat. We got our mid to high 80s, sometimes going up into the 90s. You want to keep your stuff wet, makes the concrete happy, strong, slowly does what concrete does, but you need water and moisture to get it to cure and get nice and strong. Yeah. We are patching up the rock work, and we have one big rock face here to work on. Our little Yosemite up here in Lakeside going on. Cool. Wave, Daniel. Fake rock tip, y'all. We went through and sifted out some of the overspray rebound off the concrete Shotcrete Day, put in buckets. We've probably put 1,000, 1,200, 1,400 pounds of the rebound back in batches and put them on the rocks where we needed to patch. Tips and tricks, baby. That's how we do it, baby. Going with the pump grade stucco mix from Quikrete to do our texture coats. This one we started off yesterday. We're going to keep playing around with it, moving on down the road. From the mixer, through the sifter, to the fake rocks. That's how we do texture coats, baby. Whew. In case you're wondering the consistency of our texture coat, it's kind of like vomit. Go. Oh, isn't that horrible? Give me a thumbs up, bro. Okay, guys, when your texture coat is a little bit too wet, you gotta wait. See how mushy that is? You can put textures in, cut things in, but you gotta wait. Once it gets harder, then you can kind of do stuff and add more details. Then give it a brush. Boom, boom. Okay, fake rock fans, conduit popped out here. Throwing on a little fog coat, a little brick red. This is just base coat stucco and Portland cement flung on there for colors and shadows. Pretty cool. Want to keep it wet as it's going off because it cooks quick when the surface is dry. All right, tip number 27B. All right, we got texture coats done over here. You always want to get them wet, help them get hard and cure. We're getting this stuff. We did this part all the way across to there. You can see that over there is where we're going to be finishing up as we go, and it smooths it all out when you get the texture coat on there. It's pretty cool. All right, we got some texture coat on the front of our crazy fake rock slide enclosure. Got some cool cracks going on, I think. All right, guys, we're going to shoot some stuff on this fake rock enclosure coming along with the texture coat. Got our scaffolding set up here. We're going to do the high parts that are up there. Rinsing down the final texture coats. Front side done of our rocks. Hey guys, fake rock hack. Got the old leftover stuff from the Shotcrete day, just this crumbly crap that's around the side there. I'm putting it on there, get a little wet, dig a hole all the way around it to get it down to solid ground. We're gonna put this stuff on there, turn it into a rock, yeah. Okay, fake rock painting has begun, and here's that little rock I showed you guys. Took an hour to make it. It's ready for paint. Boom. So easy, fast. Get her done making rocks, yeah. Painting's going on. Gray is our target to start, yeah. All right, base coat, fake rock color on this bad boy started. Not quite there yet, but we have some good contrast. The client likes gray, so we're going with a gray schematic with a couple little highlights here and there. And so I'm gonna play with it next week after the big storm. All right, folks, we got some of the details in there. Got to get the feedback from the client, and but we're almost there. We're almost there on the color on this bad boy. Okay, we're getting this thing dialed in. Got a little bit of a base color in here, which is pretty good. Gonna play around with just a few more colors maybe to get it a little bit better. All right, guys, that quick little rock took about an hour in total to make this bad boy, but she's all done now. Satellites are always good to add into your design when you build stuff. And this one took no time at all. Fake rock painting, pretty dialed in over on this side of this big fake rock enclosure, slide enclosure. So it's a fun step. We get to do the antiquing. It's pretty darn cool, man.
Really getting down to the wire, man. Just loving that antiquing effect. I use a misting nozzle on a hose and put a little color on, and it starts to streak down. Here we're cleaning out the back of it because we're just about done. Close up so you can see the little green in there, and the colors and stuff too. Trying to make different facets of the rock varied for a more natural look. Love it.
Okay, guys, fake rock slide enclosure. Got the paint dialed in pretty good. Last day here, kind of just checking it out, looking for any touch-ups I might want to do, but looking pretty good overall. Yeah, baby, liking it. All right, guys, finishing up the fake rock slide enclosure. and I showed you a single rock that was sitting over here. Took us about an hour to build, and we just gave a little antiquing effect on there, and so that is what you can do in no time at all. Perspective over here is where I shot the last one. Yeah. Okay, quick fake rock hack when you're doing your painting. At the very end, you can come back and use sandpaper or a trowel. You do this on the corners and around the cracks. It adds more variety, texture to the rock work, and it gets a three-dimensionality to it. That's it. Simple as that. Okay guys, final step, doing your fake rock. Super easy to do your bleeds, your antiquing. Come back in the cracks, and it highlights those guys, and they show off way better because of the white that comes from scratching it with a trowel. Simple as that. Pretty cool, huh? Okay folks, fake rock slide enclosure finito. We're in the cleanup phase right now, just getting the slide cleaned up with some of that goof off stuff from the tape residue that was left over, and it's coming along nice and came along nice, I think. So nice coloration in there and a good individuation. See if I can not fall in the pool again. Okay, I made it across the bridge. All right. So looking pretty Bambino cool, man. Walking around the back through the walk-through tunnel-ish place right here. Got ourselves that nice bleed, so our antiquing effect, the things that come down. Gives it a aged look very quickly, which is so cool. A little drainage area for that upper little deck section that I made, and that little spires, kind of cool little gap stone to fit in there. So looking pretty bomb, man, pretty darn bombish.
And there you go, start to finish. Crazy faux rock enclosure we did there. Big stones, and they're gonna get some plants in there. I haven't got pictures of plants, but that would be really cool to see it all planted out. Anyway, thank you for watching my channel. I love it. And if you want to grab my book, you can get that Making Rocks book on Amazon. Just look up Making Rocks book. And I've also got a digital form of that too. You could also grab at davehenderson.podia.com. And you can then zoom in on the pictures. Anyway, hope you have an awesome day, and God bless you, man. Have a good one.